Welcome back. This is a special episode today. Today we're going to be talking about a real topic, okay? This video right here might change your life, okay? This video right here, okay, is very special to me. Now, what we talking about? Addiction. That's what we talking about, okay? Hard topic here. All right, first, I like to say, coming from me, I'm not a therapist nor a rehab specialist, teacher, dude. Okay, I never went to rehab. Okay, put that out there. Uh, and I never took any supplements, patches, anything like that. Today, I am going to tell you my secret on how I beat addiction. Now, what type of addiction are we talking about? Okay, in my mind, all addiction it kind of is the same. It's levels to it. Okay, but it all stems from the same root, and I think can be cleansed or cut at that same root. Now, to give you some background on myself, I was a alcoholic, man. I was drinking too much, man. Where did that come from? That came from looking at it. Uh, I think it came from just having fun and being in college and peer pressure and hey, let's drink, let's have fun, and then it was like every day we having fun. It's like so every day we drinking and every day we drinking, smoking, blah blah blah, and it leads up to now no parties happening, but you're still drinking, smoking, and blah blah blah, right? So graduating college and getting into the real world, you lose the ability to go out all the time, and so you tend to take your habits to, like, what I mean, your home and your workspace or whatever. Hopefully you don't do this. No, that's what I was doing. I was one of them 10 a.m. I'm at the liquor store, 12 p.m. I'm at the liquor store, 6 p.m. I'm at the liquor store, 8 p.m. I'm at the liquor store, 9 p.m. I'm at the liquor. You see, I was going to the liquor store all the time. You know what I mean? I was drunk, blacked out, drunk by the time I got home. You see what I'm saying? So nothing I'm proud about. Nothing I was proud about back then. I also was a heavy cigarette smoker. I'm not going to shout out any brands, but I had a favorite cigarette, company that I smoked a lot of their cigarettes, and uh, you know, and these things started to weigh on me. I began to gain a lot of weight. I began to become one of those what you call crash out dudes who always crashing out, meaning going overboard and then something bad happens and then you have to start over. Okay, I was definitely one of those. Let's go overboard. Something's bad gonna happen, and I'm already used to starting over. So I didn't mind. Okay, and this was an issue for me, and this became an issue for the people around me. You know, so I decided to try to do something to figure out um, ways to stop the drinking, and I couldn't. And years went by and I gave up, and I started having health problems, like heart palpitations, getting bigger, and high blood. You know how that stuff go. All that stuff go one and one. So one day I looked in the mirror. I said, "This is not me. I want my avatar back. I want to be my old self." Right? And I said to myself, as I was drunk and high, I said that to myself. And for some reason, this time, like no other time, I woke up in the morning with that same drive to not drink and smoke, blah, blah, blah. Right? So my whole blah, blah, blah this time was I didn't want to eat red meat. I didn't want to smoke cigarettes. I didn't want to drink alcohol. And that was it. One thing I did do continue to do was smoke marijuana. Okay, so I used that. It was like got rid of these four things. I kept one, right? And I kind of like binged on that a little bit more than I would have been if I was still drinking and smoking cigarettes, and I started vaping. Right now, these two things aren't substitutes. Okay, these two things aren't better than the other. This is just how I did how my journey was. Right. So the first day was very difficult, and the second day, you know how that goes. But I'm gonna tell you from my perspective how it worked for me. Now, I'm going to take you to an analogy that I always bring up, right, in this situation. When you trying to get off of something, right, yeah, as far as an addiction, right, that is something like that crosses your mind all day. So I tell people, your mind is like a highway. So think about your mind as like a highway, okay? And all day long, these thoughts are like little cars that go through the highway. So let's just say drinking it used to be in your mind a Lamborghini, so you see it cross your mind and it's appealing and it's a Lamborghini and take your attention. You know what I mean? And then a whole bunch of Lamborghinis start coming. And you're like, oh snap, I want a Lamborghini right now. But that's like the addiction, right? Like telling you to go get the alcohol, right? So what I thought about was every time one of those Lamborghinis or thoughts to drink alcohol passed my mind, now pay attention to this, every single time I would have to force, actively force, actively force myself to think about something else. What does that mean? Like, what does that feel like? What does that look like in real time? In real time, that's you might be driving past a liquor store and you trying to, get off of the alcohol. And usually, like, I remember when I was drinking, I used to always know where all the liquor stores were. And I used to always notice and take heed of where they were. As I was, driving in the car, oh, there's a liquor store, I can go there. Oh, I can't go there because that's across the street and I would have to do a U-turn. I don't feel like doing that. So, yeah, that's what I was on. And basically what I'm saying is, basically what I'm saying is when you're trying to all right. So what I'm saying is with the act basically what I'm saying is with the active forcing yourself actively basically what I'm saying is when you're actively forcing yourself to think about something else in this situation, like the liquor store that I'm passing, as I pass that liquor store, I may look at it, right? But then I immediately try to think about something else that I like or that I'm interested in or that was viral that day or that was the trend, and I would focus on that. And I would not always be focusing on positive stuff and something. It was just something that gave me the adrenaline or took my attention a little bit off of that just for a second. And even if it was just for a second and it came back, I would keep over and over actively forcing to think about something else, actively forcing to think about something else that draw all my attention for at least, a few minutes. And then I noticed that as I started doing that, it worked. I will get through the first 10 minutes. Then you'll get through the first 1 hour. Then you'll get through the first 2 hours. And like, oh, it's not. I just went 2 hours without smoking a cigarette, or wanting to get an alcohol beverage, right? Oh, 4 hours go by. And you're like, whoa, I really did 4 hours. Like, I am not even smoking a cigarette or nothing, right? And it's every hour, minute on minute, these thoughts crossing your mind and you fighting the thought. You gotta fight it. Really fight it though. Like really fight it. Like really fight it. That's what you gotta do. And it may be at first like, man, it won't go away immediately. Of course the thought won't just go away immediately. You have to fight it actively to fight it subconsciously so it won't keep coming back, you know? So that 4 hour period becomes an 8 hour period, becomes a full day, man. You done did a full day of no vice that you're trying to get off, right? No addiction has got to you that day, whether that was drinking, smoking, whatever you were doing, right? None of it got to you, right? So I want you to understand what I did was in my situation, right? I did that over and over, all day, every day, all day, every day. I'm letting these thoughts not catch my attention as they fly by in my head. I'm like, oh no, get off of it. Think about something else. Think about something else. All right. It was it wasn't like I was saying it out loud or having Tourette syndrome. But when the thoughts came through my head, I would try to, as fast as I could, think about something else. Very simple, right? And next thing you know, a month goes by, 3 months go by, 6 months go by. I lose 100 pounds. You know what I mean? Feeling like my old self, looking younger, feeling better. Then a year goes by. Then I stop smoking marijuana, and I'm like completely free. I'm just doing vape, right? and and doing my vapes. But I do a whole year of no substance, but the vapes. Then I'm like, I don't know why I'm, even not smoking marijuana. It really didn't hurt me at all. So I'm like, I want to go back to the marijuana, and I started doing the marijuana again, and I was doing the vapes, but I wasn't drinking, and I wasn't smoking cigarettes. All right, so now I'm on my like 5th year, not drinking, and I stopped vapes. I think I'm on my like 4th month of stopping vapes. I met this kid. He was 18. He was like, "Man, when you vape, it's impossible to stop vaping." Bro, you need to get out the house and meet some more people, boy. It's not impossible to stop vaping. It's not impossible to stop drinking. Okay. It's not impossible for me to put my hand on this table. I have active capabilities to choose, do so, and the willpower to put my hand on the table or take my hand off the table. Either my hand is on the bottle of alcohol or off the bottle of alcohol. It's my decision. Power over the mind. And I'm going to tell you, this is the biggest thing when you're trying to get power over the mind, especially when it's kicking addiction or something. You have to get alone, bro. You can't be around everybody. You can't be around the party all the time. You can't be around your friends. You can't be, because a lot of time, y'all have friends with people. Only reason why y'all friends because y'all have similar substance abuse issues. So you, him, and her got substance abuse issues that you all come together and abuse together and make it the norm for you guys. But you're making it the norm amongst each other, right? But to the rest of the world, it's not normal. And if you were to get alone by yourself for a long enough period of time to look in the mirror long enough, you will see what you are doing is not normal. Because you will start to look not normal. You will start to feel not normal. But if you're around, see, your friends who you think they are your friends, but if you get off these substances, right, these people don't even come around you anymore. They're not even there's no purpose for you to be around them anymore. So you realize, wait, was this my friend or was this just a substance abuser that made me feel good about my substance abuse, and we came together and had substance abuse therapy in a backwards way? Okay, they did. After I stopped drinking, after I stopped smoking, man, bro, first of all, my circle changed. Meaning I didn't really have too much of one. Because every time I came around these people, they doing that. And every time I came around these people, they doing this. And I don't mind. I can be in the club and have people drinking and stuff around me at this time, and it wouldn't bother me because my mind was set. I could be around and smoke, it wouldn't bother me because my mind was set, right? What I want you to understand is my mind didn't get set around the set. My mind got set around myself in isolation. Long enough time to look in the mirror, bruh. Long enough time to take a step back and hear. Because what you do in the dark comes to light. Okay? Your demons will tell on you. What you think they don't see you doing at the house, when you step outside the house, you tell on yourself. Your demons tell on yourself. They tell on you. And when I was walking up to people and seeing people a year after, 2 years after not drinking, I done lost all this weight. I didn't have to tell them all the time what I was going through. They would immediately be like, "Whoa, hey, man, AJ Boy, what's going on? You doing good, man. You looking good. Man, what you got going on?" They already knew. I didn't have to tell them because it resonated. It showed what I was doing behind the spotlight in my own solitude. When I came around people, it was automatically a reaction. You know what I mean? They knew without me telling them. And a lot of times it works like that the opposite way. Meaning the things you trying to hide and the things you're trying to do behind closed doors, you go around people in the public, you think that you have a disguise on, but people see right through it and people see it because your demons are tell on you. You see what I'm saying? So this video right here is not to discourage nobody. This video right here is not, I'm not lying about nothing. This video right here, it might change some folks' lives, hopefully. You know what I mean? I just know one thing, it changed my life, okay? Man, I was always a crash out, always starting over. Now, I haven't had to start over since then, since the time, like, I stopped drinking. Like, that's when I stopped having to start over. You see what I'm saying? I was able to build and build and build. Now I'm not on cloud 9 or Mount Everest, but I'm not at square one or 1.5 because I started over again. So if you feel like, this resonates with you, you feel like you want to give it a try or something, just comment, you know what I mean, on the video. Hey, tomorrow my first day, you know what I mean? First day tomorrow. First day tomorrow, you know what I mean? It might not be drinking or smoking cigarettes or vaping. It might just be, you want to get off an addiction of, whatever, you know what an addiction is. You know what your addiction is. Everybody got one. Everybody got a vice. You ain't got to think twice. You know what it is. So, if that highway trick I taught y'all, that's exactly what I did. If that highway trick works for you, you let me know. You know what I mean? It should. It worked for me. If you really want to do it, nobody going to tell you how to do it better than yourself. You know what I mean? You know yourself better than everybody. If you really want to do it, nobody can really force you to do it. It's something you got to do. Something you got to want to do. Change yourself, your mind, your spirit, your avatar. You see what I'm saying? And that comes in a space of solitude, not in a space of camaraderie and party. Now, do I be around people that abuse substances still? Yeah. Am I perfect here? No. So, but hey, it's a journey. Everybody on their journey. Good luck to you and your journey. Okay? And I'm out.